This is the second part of a two-part series where I talk about every upcoming MMORPG that's either in development or has a likely Western release in the future. In the first part of this video we discussed every upcoming Western MMO, so in this video we're going to talk about every upcoming Eastern MMO. Before we start though, this video is sponsored by Epic IRL, which is my clothing brand that sells MMO, fantasy and RPG themed merch. We're constantly adding new stuff to the store, but for all you Eastern MMO fans out there, I recommend this design, titled Virtual Worlds. It's available in multiple colours, sizes, there's a women's fit version or a unisex option, as well as an all-over print version, so check out the store if you want to help directly support the channel. First up, we're going to talk about the already released Eastern MMOs that may or may not come to the West.
Weapons free.
Lost Ark has easily been the most eagerly anticipated Eastern MMO to receive a Western release date over the past few years, and it's easy to see why. Impactful combat, beautiful graphics, innovative camera work. It's a really solid game, and I gave it mostly positive feedback when I covered it in a first impressions video a few months ago. My main concern with Lost Ark was that by the time it comes to the West, we might already have a better MMO ARPG to play, but currently, due to the game fully releasing in Korea as of November, I'm fairly confident we'll see a 2019 Western release for this game. It was already confirmed that the game will be releasing in the West, and when there's enough interest, Western releases usually happen within a year of Korean releases. Moonlight Blade is another MMORPG that I previously covered on this channel with a first impressions video, but in this case I played it all the way back in early 2016. Moonlight Blade is a Chinese Wuxia MMO by Tencent and looks visually gorgeous. The things I loved most about it when I played were the air jumping, water running and weather effects. I never got a good feel for the combat due to playing with bad ping on a Chinese server, but it seemed like a fairly decent action combat system. It wasn't quite as fast as Black Desert, for example, but still decent.
Defensive position here. Tango near me. Contact. Contact with Roger.
Nie ma szans, mordo, za dużo ich. Zaraz po ciebie przyjdę. Spoko, pomału. Spoko, spoko.
New kill leader. Call him if you spot him. Spotted. Double tight.
Kurwy jebane, no.
decently fun. In terms of a release date, Nexon has confirmed that they have the publishing rights for Moonlight Blade in Europe and North America, so it's highly possible that we'll see this game release in 2019 if everything goes smoothly with localization. If it takes any longer, I suspect it won't have as big of a reaction due to other games in the genre catching up with their visuals and combat. Kurtzball is a third-person anime instanced hub-based MMO that works similar in design to games such as Vindictus, C9, Soul Worker, and so on. The things I find most interesting about this game is the combo-based action combat, as well as the absolutely gorgeous anime art style. It's also very likely that this game will receive a full launch in the West in 2019, since it's already had alpha tests in both NA and EU regions. I'm personally really looking forward to covering this game in a first impressions video when it comes out. Let's just hope it's not going to be overly pay to win. Conqueror's Blade is an upcoming medieval MMO that's getting a full release in the West, most likely in the first half of 2019. If you've played Tiger Knight Empire War on Steam, this game seems to be a better version of that. PvP is obviously the biggest aspect to this game, and players will fight against each other in massive siege wars where they'll need to command NPCs strategically to outplay their opponents, as well as fighting effectively yourself with the game's action combat system. I'm genuinely looking forward to making a first impressions video for this game because large battles and epic sieges are my favourite things in MMOs. When it comes to business model, the game will be free to play and published by my.com, so I do expect there'll be some pay to win elements in this one.
Contacted enemy.
Like Conqueror's Blade, Kingdom Under Fire 2 is an MMORPG where the player can strategically control units in massive large-scale siege-like battles.
Choice changes
Unlike
everything.
Conqueror's Blade, however, I'm not sure if this game will actually come to the West. There was talk about a Western release date a few years ago, but I haven't found any information about it recently, and there's no publisher for an EU NA version announced yet either, which means if it does eventually release over here, it's likely not going to be until after 2019. The game itself is set in an instanced world where you can quest and explore. The game has full action combat, is set in high fantasy. You can switch between using an RTS camera mode to control your troops and a third-person camera mode for combat. Commanding an army is a core aspect to this game, and as you level up and progress, your army becomes larger and more diverse in terms of units. You have the choice between 4 classes, and the game features a mix of both PvP and PvE battles, as well as the use of siege weapons. Honestly, it looks like a cool game, and it's already been released in a number of other regions. No idea why they didn't put more effort into bringing it to the West. With how hungry we are for MMOs here, I'm sure they would have made money. Justice Online is a Chinese MMORPG by NetEase, the developers who brought us Revelation Online. Justice, however, looks like it's gone for a more realistic approach to its visuals, which I have to say look absolutely stunning. Looking at the trailers and gameplay for this one, it looks like a cross between Revelation Online and Moonlight Blade, but with much more fluid combat and
First blood.
First blood, and it's not us. Wonderful. Been downed. Let's move this way. I need some help over here.
I'm down. Next ring's far. Firing. Getting shot at. Reloading.
animations. The combat itself looks to be some kind of hybrid where you can tab or soft target, however all of your skills have AoE cleave and you have the ability to dodge. As with most Chinese MMOs, there's a lot of auto-pathing in this game, and you'll be fighting and killing large groups of enemies at a time, Dynasty Warriors style. In terms of progression, the game has a linear story with lots of cutscenes and teleporting around, as well as featuring a mixture of both PvP and PvE content. As this is a NetEase game, odds are it will be free to play and pay to win, just like Revelation Online was, and I do expect it to get a Western release date, as this publisher has brought other games to the West in the past also. If not an end of 2019 Western release, I expect it to be here in 2020.
Tylko jedna zasada.
Sword of Legends Online is another Chinese MMORPG that I covered previously on the pay-to-win average action. As with every Chinese game, it features crazy air jumping, which becomes quite fun as you progress. As for a Western release date, I honestly have no idea with this one. The game's based on a popular Chinese RPG and TV series, so I'm unsure if they care too much about opening it up to another audience. Next up, we're going to talk about unreleased Eastern MMOs that are currently in development. Obviously, I haven't played any of these games yet, and information about them is rather limited, so I'll talk briefly. Lineage Project TL, the TL part means the lineage, is an MMORPG that's clearly gone through development hell. Initially, this game was titled Lineage Eternal and announced back in and beyond release if it doesn't get. The game uses in-house unlike coming steampunk MMO. Personally, I'm hoping that the player housing, Age of Wushu had Z, another isometric MMO and less online, because let's be honest, we've had
Helmet here. Level 1.
Round 1. Beginning ring countdown.
We're all inside the ring. Good. Go on now, say hello.
Attention. There is a new kill leader.
Keep eyes on the new kill leader. Might be something good this way. Ready with the zip line.
New kill leader appointed.
New kill leader. Heads up.
carefully. Got a hop up here. Joke.
Hemlock here.
Kill leader eliminated. Kill leader appointed.
New kill leader. Heads up.
Half the squads remain.
Champion eliminated.
A champion just fell. They must not be very good. Got a hop up here. Select Hemlock here.
New
Heavy
kill
ammo
leader
here.
appointed.
We got ourselves a new kill leader.
Using grapple.
Warning. Room closing.
Optics here. Sniper.
Stay one. We're all inside this rear.
Delivered.
Incoming care package. I love loot. Team, I found the next ring location for us. Check your maps. Who's ready to fly on a zip line? I am.
Calling in a last line package.
Peacekeeper here. Shotgun ammo here.
Helmet here. Level 1.
Sniper stock here. Level 3.
Round 2. Beginning ring countdown. Attention.
I am taking fire.